yung parang impeachment fatigue, no, na maaring na nararanasan or nasa isipan ng ating mga kababayan. Kasi nga, remember that when we have or when we face an impeachment, it's going to be, number one, be very, very divisive. Secondly, it distracts the both houses from what they are supposed to be doing, which is policy creation and lawmaking. And we are suffering, and we are actually having a lot of problems and concerns right now.
Ang Vice Presidente at ang kanyang legal team naman ay nagpahayag ng kahandaan at patungkol nga po dito sa impeachment complaint laban sa Vice Presidente. Prof, papaano po ito makakaapekto? Mai-impluwensyahan ho ba yung desisyon na dapat ituloy na lang itong impeachment complaint, itong paglilitis nga sa reklamo ni Vice President o kay Vice President Sara Duterte dahil mismo ang Vice Presidente ay handa dito sa kanyang mga reklamo isinampalaban sa kanya?
Yes, actually, no. Para sa akin kasi, it's something na is needed to be done, ano. If only to clarify once and for all at ipaintindi dito sa mga umaatake sa ikalawang pangulo, even if no there has already been a decision, the COA already made their decision a long time ago. Mukhang hindi kasi sila na naiintindihan, ano, because they're really focused on impeaching the vice president, no, and no logic or any reason will suffice para maipaunawa sa kanila na wala naman talagang nakikitang paglabag. But of course, the vice president, like I said, I think is very very much ready, and they're prepared. Actually, kahit last year naman they're prepared. What more right now, no? Kasi if they were prepared last year, they're more prepared right now, and if there will be no new allegations that will surface, I think if it will go down the impeachment trial, I think in the end magkakaroon talaga ng magandang resulta to for her. Pero at the end of the day, we need to understand also that impeachment will always be a political numbers game, 'di ba? So for as long as alliances are there, for as long as the majority, for example, will still be controlled by the administration, may chance naman talaga na siya ma-impeach. Even if no the defense will do a masterful job at trying to present evidences that will lead to the acquittal of the vice president.
Opo, yung pagiging proactive ba, ang masasabi mo ba itong strategy ginagawa ni Vice President Sara Duterte, Prof, sa pagsagot? Baga positibo siya doon sa anumang na mangyayari dito sa hamon sa kanya sa pagharap nga sa impeachment. Ano bang dating sa inyo itong mga pahayag ng Vice Presidente?
Well, number one, it shows the consistency. It shows the kind of mentality that she possess heading into the impeachment process. Kasi alam naman niya na mangyayari to no. I think she knows very well na hindi titigil yung kanyang mga kalaban, yung kanyang mga detractors until they see her impeached, because like I said, this is the only way by which they could derail yung kanyang eventual presidential bid. And like I said, I think yung kanyang demeanor naman regarding this is that of readiness. She is willing and ready to submit herself if this is really the constitutional process. So nagpapakita rin naman ng kahandaan na harapin talaga kung anumang allegation meron at dumaan sa tamang proseso na itinatadhana ng ating saligang batas. And yun nga, I think she's a bit more cool and composed these days, at mukhang pagpapakita na may sapat na kahandaan yung kanyang defense team.
Opo, last year, alam natin, Prof, na saksihan po natin ang iba't ibang mga rallies patungkol nga po dito sa impeachment ng Vice Presidente. Maraming ang ayaw kasi nga, syempre, malaking epekto po nito sa ating ekonomiya, sa ating bansa mismo. Sa tingin mo, this time, kailangan pa bang magsagawa ng panibagong rally na naman yung mga kababayan natin para ipanawagan na itigil na itong impeachment na ito dahil hindi nakatutulong sa ating bansa?
Well, yun naman ay kung ang impeachment process is a political manifestation ng ating mga kababayan, especially those that believe that she did something wrong. Yun naman pagbibigay din naman ng pagkakaroon ng mga protesta is also a manifestation of our right to peacefully assemble. Lahat naman ito, no, these are all being guaranteed by our constitution. Pero kasi ang mas magandang tignan dito siguro, no, yung parang impeachment fatigue, no, na maaring na nararanasan o nasa isipan ng ating mga kababayan, kasi nga remember that when we have or when we face an impeachment, it's going to be, number one, be very divisive. Secondly, it distracts the both houses from what they are supposed to be doing, which is policy creation and lawmaking. And we are suffering, and we are actually having a lot of problems and concerns right now. And kung ang talagang nasa isipan pa rin ng ating mga leader is yung politika, no? Definitely it does not paint a good impression on the part of the public na ang hirap na nga ng sitwasyon, mabagal ang usad ng ekonomiya, ang dami nating problema, may corruption scandal na hindi pa rin nare-resolve hanggang ngayon, and yet you're too focused on impeaching the vice president just because you don't want her to run for the 2028 elections. It does not really paint a good picture, no, on the part of the public. So yun yung dapat din natin siguro tignan dito, at yun yung hindi naiintindihan ng ating mga leader, ano. Siguro parang ginagamit lang nila tong impeachment din to actually divert the issue, no, especially there was an apparent failure on the part of the president to really solve this corruption in the flood control. So ang nangyari is kinakailangan niyang humanap ng ibang issue, and sinabi nga niya na hindi niya pipigilan kung ano mang impeachment complaint ang ilalatag against the vice president. So all of these things, are really conditioned by politics. Wala namang iba ako nakikitang dahilan dito kundi politika lang. But what I always say is that when we are being drowned in too much politics, we're actually doing less and less of governance. And this is what the people are actually feeling right now. Naghihirap yung tao because hindi na naaatupag yung dapat ginagawa ng gobyerno, which is public service delivery, dahil masyado tayong nakafocus nga dito sa political theatrics, lalong-lalo na dito sa impeachment.
Opo, bago ko lang ipasa kay Partner Admar, hindi ho ba dapat makonsidera po yon ng mga nasa Kongreso ang saloobin, ang pulso ng ating mga kababayan patungkol nga po dito sa isyong ito, Prof, para itigil po nila yung kanilang mga ginagawang impeachment process doon sa Kongreso?
Well, I believe, no, Jade, na itong ating gobyerno ngayon is already numb, and at the same time indifferent, apathetic doon sa talagang tunay na sentimiento ng taong bayan. Because if they're really listening to the clamor of the people, maliwanag na dapat may nangyari na dito sa mga allegations ng corruption. No? Maliwanag dapat meron silang ginawa, or meron na sila talagang tangible outcome na naging resulta nitong kanilang mga pagdinig. Pero hanggang ngayon, wala, no? We're just being given empty promises, and patuloy pa rin yung klase ng pamamahala na meron sila, no? So if you're asking me if they will listen, I doubt it, no? I highly doubt it. Mas malakas ang ugong ng kanilang mga political ambitions saka ng kanilang mga political interests kaysa sa hinaing ng taong bayan. Yun lamang po ang malinaw.